G'day, Josh here. I'm going to be talking about how to play defense in Season 3 of NBA Live Mobile today. So we're going to use a couple of showdown quarters, and let's get into the first one now and look at exactly what I do to play defense. The first thing you need to make sure you've done is gone into your settings and enabled manual switching or turned off auto switching. Auto switching kind of saves you a little bit of work, but it doesn't give you as much control. So on offense, we're just going to chuck up threes. We're not going to worry about spending any time on offense. All right, now on defense, the first thing I always try and do off a missed rebound is get that steal straight back under the basket. But if that doesn't happen, I want to set up my defense. I didn't really have time to there as the AI pushed it. Actually, we're just going to take those points there. So once again here, I'm holding down guard to bring my point guard up. See if I can get an early up-court steal. If I miss it, I just reset back. Sometimes I will actually let go of the guard button to reposition myself in a better spot, as just holding the guard button all the time doesn't necessarily give you the best spacing. So here we go again. I'm drawing my point guard up, looking for that early steal. I miss it, so I don't spam it. I just run back and try and contest ball, stay in front of the ball handler. Once they've set up, then you can spam steal again. But your main focus at all times, as we're playing some horrible defense here, is to stay in front of the ball handler. As soon as someone is open, that was a horrible shot. As soon as someone is open, they're probably going to make that shot. So you just want to focus on staying in front of the ball handler. As soon as they're stationary, you can spam steal, but if they start moving again, use that switch button, stay in front of the person you want. The inside game is not going well this particular quarter, but that's fine. Sometimes it doesn't matter what you do, the AI is just going to make every shot they put up, and that's another thing you just have to learn to deal with. That is AI cheese, and there's not much you can do about it. So here we go, staying in front of Curry till he sets himself. He passes it, so we switch. Pass, switch. Then try and time those blocks or contest early. Now, I didn't actually get the block then, but I did contest a shot. We'll catch and shoot that with Simmons. I'm not worried about offense at all. So can we get we don't get that steal immediately, so we reset. Let's get Simmons back in front of Curry. Hold guard to position him. Curry stop, we spam. We stop spamming as soon as Curry started moving. And once again, as soon as there's that little bit of separation, it's all over. The AI just makes shots with ease. That post shot though, can we get it to go? Woo-hoo, Julius Randle inside. All right, Simmons, can we get the early steal? No, so we push back. Try and stay in front of Curry. Wait for him to stop dribbling. He's moving, so we get back in front of him. Switch because he's inside now. Switch back. Switch again. Okay, switching all the time. We can test that shot. That was perfectly defended in that specific shot attempt there, and the shot went in anyway. So this is one of those quarters that really highlights, no matter what you do, sometimes, can we get that? No, we're out of position. Sometimes the AI is just going to make shots anyway. So stay in front of the ball handler, and even then, no matter what I did, Curry just found his way through. So this is absolute cheese this quarter, and there's nothing we can do about it. Just keep putting up shots of our own and focusing on defense. Let's get Simmons. All right, he's too far away, so we're not going to get that inbound steal. So I'm going to switch because Garnett's now got the ball. Switch back to Curry. Stay in front. Block the final shot. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. One of those quarters, hey? I had to release that early, so he didn't, well, I probably had a little bit more time. Ooh, I thought that dropped for a second. So everything went wrong that particular quarter, and that was a good example of just how cheesy the opponent, our AI obviously had the same cheese, so we actually win that. I did not expect that, and I did have another one queued up here, so we can jump straight in, and hopefully we have a little bit better luck. We are up against a 79 overall, so we don't have a big advantage. It should be 1% if I remember correctly. There it is. The main advantage in terms of that is actually starting with possession, so we get the first shot up. So once again, we're just going to take whatever the first shot is that we've got. We'll just put that up. All right, can we get the inbound steal? No, Simmons is way too far away. Usually the inbound steal is most effective if your point guard has just shot the ball, and we give up the inside. I never really had a chance to keep up then. All I was doing was using manual switching to try and stay with the ball. As the ball was hopping around, I was just trying to stay with it. So we're just trying to switch to someone in front of the ball handler. So let's go back to Simmons. Now we switch again. But McCullum, sorry, was wide open there. Our defense was all out of sorts, and that's not something we can control. We can only ever control one player. That's a horrible shot, but that is what it is. We do actually get possession back. I'm trying to just chuck up shots so we can see as many defensive possessions as possible. Stealing is... Oh, we've got possession. I'm not paying enough attention. All right, so can we get... Oh, we get the board. All right, Harden, hit that, please. That is a ton of misses in a row, but we finally get it go. So here we can go with Simmons. We can attempt that inbound steal because he was the one that shot or made the basket, so we were still up that end. So we switch that, switch back, again, switch again. The ball is hopping. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with it. All right, switch that. And we do get the strip. As whoever that was going into his shot, we got the strip. So that active switching, that manual switching allowed it. Can we get the inbound? Not quite. So we back it off. Wait for CP3 to come to us now. Setting up inside the three-point line is not a bad idea as well. All right, he's moving. We're trying to stay back in front. Switch that. That is one of my pet peeves, when there is actually a guy in the lane. I think it was Kawhi in that regard, and he did absolutely nothing. He just stood there and watched CP3 drive around him and score a layup. Very frustrating from a gameplay point of view. All right, so let's stay in front. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. Sometimes that sort of thing. Ooh, nice block there. Sometimes a pass to a cutting big man is just unguardable in this game. All right, we actually timed the switch well enough. We've got a hand in the passing lane, and we do get possession back. That was pure luck. All right, so Simmons is out of the picture, so we're going to back up, wait for CP3 at the three-point line, switch that, steal, because the ball handler was stationary. So that's when you want to hit that steal button. As soon as they're not really moving, especially if they're not dribbling. Often that means off a catch. If someone just passes him and they catch the ball, that can be a good time to just tap that steal button once. All right, stay in front of CP3. He's doing a little spin. So this is where you want to be patient. When they're just moving a whole bunch, just be patient. I can get in the habit of trying to force the steal button. It's not... I think the best advice there in terms of stealing is to be patient more than anything else. One well-timed steal tap is going to be more effective than spamming that steal button. And now we actually stayed in front of him then, and he literally just pushed us out of the road. There is not much you can do when the AI cheeses like that. Not much you can do at all. I want to actually jump into one more because I'm a little bit frustrated by the AI cheese in the first two quarters. So let's jump into one more. Hopefully we can find the match pretty quickly. But essentially, we'll just rip through this real quick. Essentially, as we wait for a third match to be found, attempt the inbound steal, attempt the steal off a rebound, attempt the steal off a pass. But once you sort of tap it once, then you got to be a little bit more patient. And the main focus is always staying in front of a ball handler. The AI is just so good at scoring when open that you never want to... Oh, come on, NBA Live. What are you doing? The AI is so good at making open shots that you just cannot let them get open shots. Inside defense this season has been really frustrating, and it's basically non-existent. So there's not much you can do there. If they're slashing and passing and cutting, they're just going to beat you. You just got to wear that. So I focus on always switching to whoever's catching the ball and staying in front of the ball handler, and just not spamming the steal button all of the time. It's about knowing when to tap that steal button. Actually, I already found someone. I don't know why I was searching again. My bad. All right, so let's jump in. We are once again up against a 79 overall, although they do have a gold point guard. So hopefully we have an advantage there in terms of stealing the ball from them. Let's go hard and let's hit this corner three to kick us off. Simmons, I can already see him running back, so I'm not even going to bother holding the guard button. I know we won't get there in time. We will just wait for Curry to come to us. I'm going to set up on a three-point line. Now I go out to him. As soon as Curry stopped, I went out to him, and then we switch. We get the steal. That's what I was saying. As soon as they catch it, if you tap that steal button once, wow, how did we miss that? How did we miss that layup? Was it blocked? I kind of missed that. I was just expecting it to drop and I wasn't paying enough attention. All right, so we switch. We missed the steal, so now we just stay in front. I will go for it again though because Harden's being He's not dribbling, he's not moving, so now we can time his block. Hopefully the post move does get us, but we can test the shot enough so that doesn't drop. So the defense this quarter is definitely a little bit better. It's definitely highlighting some of the things that I've been talking about. We've mistimed that with Simmons, so we're just going to back away. We will hold guard to stay up. Running backwards isn't very fast, so sometimes holding guard is the best way to keep up with the ball handler. We switch that. Just tap that steal, switch. Tap that steal, switch. Now we're going to wait for the block. The post move gets us again. Sometimes that just happens. It's very hard not to bite on those, because if they do shoot it straight away and you don't bite, then it's a made bucket anyway. So you might as well try and time the block instead. The post moves miss more in general than just going straight up. So in my experience, can we get that steal? No. So we switch back. And we do get the steal. And we keep the ball. That is the other frustrating thing. When you actually knock the ball loose, but you don't get possession. But we do get possession this time. And we're out to a quick 14-2 lead. And I'm not paying attention to... Can we get that? Sometimes when they cross you over, when they body you up like that, or when you body them up like that, you can get that. I'll also switch on screens. That's why having manual switching is so handy. Now you can see Curry was doing fancy dribble moves there, so I wasn't worried about trying to steal. It's very hard to steal from someone doing fancy dribble moves. I mistimed the block, but I still contest the shot. And then the inside defense that's non-existent means that the opponent scores. Gonna have to wear that one, that's fine. All right, catch and shoot with Kawhi. Give the opponent the ball back. Try and get that rebound steal. And we do get it. That's why it is beneficial. We missed the shot though. Beneficial to try and get that rebound steal. Because once again, the ball handler is stationary and not dribbling the ball. Those are the two keys. Stationary and not dribbling the ball. All right, let's switch back to Simmons. And, oh, I thought I had that steal too. Switch back. Can we, oh, I thought Harden was going to pull the trigger then. So I took a swipe because he wasn't moving. He was jab stepping though, which kind of is like dribbling the ball in terms of making it harder to get the steal. We're probably not going to get another shot off, but we can stay in front of whoever's going to shoot it and try and block it. I was a little bit far away with the switch, but that was a much better example of how defense works in my mind this season in NBA Live Mobile. Just don't let the opponent get open looks. That is the main focus. Be patient and know when to tap the steal button. Tapping the steal button is all about watching the ball handler, and as soon as they're not moving and not dribbling, hit that steal button. Let me know how you go with these tips and whether you've got any more of your own that I haven't mentioned. Leave them in the comments down below, and make sure to hit that subscribe button, especially if you find content like this useful and don't want to miss out on any of my future vids.